What's up, guys? You're listening to another episode of Selling on Amazon with Andy Isom. In this episode, we're going to talk about leveraging social media strategies for e-commerce brands in 2024. Got to give a shout out for this episode. Two of my Jaguar students, Phil and Lydia, they recommended this podcast episode. We were messaging for our, Jaguar coaching program. They're doing great, by the way. Again, shout out to them for putting together a really awesome slide deck presentation about their overall brand strategy, product strategy. They've done a great job up to this point. I have a few other students also who've done a great job kind of putting together their brand vision, their product vision. But they asked me just the other day, what can we be doing right now to get ready, as we're kind of waiting on Chinese New Year and, sourcing and doing some other things. And they were talking about what would be your advice for a social media strategy in 2024. I did an episode like this back in March of 2023. And so they're kind of asking, have things changed since, almost a year, right? Almost a year since I guess I last put out social media strategy type of podcast episode. That really made me think when they asked me that question. I was like, dang, what is the social media strategy for 2024? So I got in the weeds. I started doing my research, and I've been doing that for the past few days to put together this episode for you guys. Some of this obviously is based on my own experience, right? I'm posting on social media. We're posting for our brand. I'm also posting for my personal brand. I'm testing all sorts of different types of content, angles, messaging, things. And so I'm going to share some things that I've used recently that have worked extremely well. Maybe some things that aren't working super great. But I really want to map out for you guys kind of 5 core things that you should be implementing or you should be doing as part of your social media strategy for 2024. And again, we're going to try to relate all of this to your e-commerce brand. Ultimately, you're likely going to be selling on all sorts of different places. So it's not like this is just the Amazon strategy, but for your e-commerce brand in general. Social media is going to continue to be an extremely, extremely important part of your overall brand strategy. Now, social media, guys, is a long-term game. No matter what people tell you about TikTok and the viral potential of TikTok, which again is there, I'm not discounting that, it's not guaranteed. I think that's where the disconnect is people think oh, sweet, yeah, what's your social strategy? Oh yeah, I'm going to just post on TikTok, go viral, make a ton of money. That is not guaranteed. You should treat that, going mega viral, multiple millions of views on TikTok, as luck. Almost like when you go to the casino in Las Vegas, you don't go to the casino oh yeah, I'm for sure going to walk away tonight with 10 grand. No. But if you do walk away with 10 grand, you win big at a table or something, that's luck. Let's be honest. So that's kind of how you have to treat the virality of stuff is if it happens, boom, great payday for you. You're probably going to get a bunch of sales. This could be huge for your brand, but a lot of that part really is luck. Now, there's strategies and things we'll talk about that can help you guys increase your chances of luck, right? But it's still, at the end of the day, I would say it's luck. I played blackjack for the first time, guys, in my life in Mesquite, Nevada, actually. We had a boys' weekend for my fantasy football group. We went and played golf down in St. George, Mesquite. It's southern Utah near Las Vegas. And it was a great weekend. But we went to Mesquite. We spent, the night playing at the tables. And I had never actually played blackjack at a casino. In fact, I don't even know that I had actually ever legitimately played blackjack. I played Texas Hold'em poker and stuff, but never blackjack. Anyways, we get to the table, right? And I'm my buddy's there. He's trying to teach me, I kind of understand the rules of blackjack, but he's trying to teach me the strategy. Okay, when do you stay? When do you take? When do you hit? Or whatever, the terms are and what the dealer's trying to do. And so I'm understanding, I'm watching him, learning from him. And then I go and I start playing. I start, trying to decide, okay, do I stay? Do I hit? I lost a ton of money. Don't tell my wife. I lost a bunch of money. And even though I thought I was executing a good strategy, right? Staying when I'm supposed to stay based on the numbers and the cards and hitting when I'm supposed to hit. I thought I was executing a good strategy my friend had been teaching me for the past hour. But still, there's luck. And the dealer was on fire. Gosh dang. Lily, I still remember her name. Lily took all my money. She kept landing 21s. And so we were getting screwed. I kept, hitting up to 20. I'm okay, 20, I'm golden at 20. And then she hit a 21 over and over and over. So I lost a lot of money in about 5 minutes. But anyway, it's kind of relating this to social media. Strategies help, right? Creating the right type of content, the right amount of content, quality, timing, descriptions, all of that will help, other than blindly going and just hitting and staying randomly at a blackjack table. Obviously, that's going to improve your chances. But at the end of the day, you could still not make any money, right? On blackjack or with your business. So just kind of keep that perspective in mind with the social media game. Let's talk about these 5 things that you should aware of with or implementing with your social media strategy for 2024. The first one is the power of content creation trends. This is something that I've been trying to implement a little bit more, but guys, this is massive for social media trends. Now, when we talk about trends, the power of content creation trends, I'm not just talking about like the trending audio, like, oh, I'm going to make a TikTok or an Instagram reel using a trending audio. That is one small piece of trends. Is that wise? Is that smart to do? Absolutely. If you see a trending audio, a trending type of content, like, hey, this style, this meme, this prank, this joke, this education, whatever it is, whatever style the trend is, if you see it starting to gain a lot of traction on social media, absolutely do it. But more than just like trending audios, right? Or like a trending dance, right? If you want to dance as part of your e-commerce brand, I think understanding trends in just society. Understanding trends in society. And we could also maybe define like trends as like pop culture, seasonality. So just thinking about the calendar year. That's kind of like how I like to break it down. If you think about trends, you think about the calendar year. And if you really sit down and analyze like the previous year, previous years and historical data, right? Every day of the year, there's some sort of type of trend happening on a micro level. And this is the key. This is the secret. If you can unlock this, this is how you can unlock massive growth on social media, is knowing the trend before it happens. Studying history, studying pop culture, all those types of things, right? Current events, seasons, holidays, and then knowing, okay, on March 3rd, this type of trend is going to gain traction. Let me try to give an example. The Super Bowl, right? Super Bowl happened a couple weeks ago now as this episode, as you're listening to this episode. Actually, as I'm recording this, the Super Bowl is in 2 days. But as you're listening to this, we had the Super Bowl, right? I don't know who won yet. Me predicting the future, the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. I'm going to say 28-24. Okay. You heard it here first. It's February 9th. I'm recording this. If it's 28-24 Chiefs, somebody send me a gift card. But you know, the Super Bowl is on February 11th. You know that because you're looking at this calendar right throughout the year. If you strategically create a piece of content related to the Super Bowl and you put it out there on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon of the Super Bowl, you're going to have much, much better potential of taking off. Guys, I saw this happen so many times last year related to football, right? We're talking football and Chiefs. Let's talk about it. Saw this so many times last year, guys, on people's accounts with Taylor Swift. Lover or hater, doesn't matter. As soon as word got out that Taylor Swift was going to a Chiefs game to watch Travis Kelce play, and he like had invited her, and, is that whole thing, like, he went to her concert and then he messaged her and said, hey, come check me out in my stadium. And she ended up showing up. That was like the rage of pop culture. Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift actually went to watch Travis Kelce. Are they a thing? Are they dating? Blah, blah, blah. Guys, I saw accounts on Instagram and TikTok, but I saw accounts on Instagram, guys. People that I follow, guys that I follow, girls that I follow in the business niche. Nothing to do with sports. Nothing to do with Taylor Swift. But they strategically posted content very, very soon after that, like fresh, while that was a hot topic. They posted content related to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce on their pages, and then, kind of tied it into like whatever their niche was, like tied it into social media marketing or tied it into online business, whatever. Those posts, guys, that they put out there, 5x, 10x, 20x their views. Like one example, one guy I follow, he's a digital marketer. He has like a digital marketing podcast and digital marketing Instagram account. Most of his videos are getting like maybe 1,000, 2,000 views. He did that video. He did that video about Taylor Swift, about when that was all happening, and he did it smart. He did it right, kind of at the peak, right when it was happening. And I think his video, guys, got like 50,000 views. 50,000 views. Now, you might be saying, well, Andy, those views don't really matter because like whoever's watching that, maybe they're just into Taylor Swift or maybe they're just into football. They could care less about digital marketing. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This is what people need to understand, guys. When it comes to social media, brand awareness is everything. I know there's a lot of talk about like, oh, like getting just a bajillion views, like doesn't matter if it's not your target audience. That's bullcrap. In the grand scheme of things, getting views matters. It's kind of like that philosophy of like, and I'm not saying I totally agree with this, but like all publicity is good publicity, good or bad. It's like, again, like, we could kind of debate that. But when it comes to brand awareness, yes, guys, when it comes to brand awareness, all publicity matters. Whether or not they're Swifties or NFL fans and they don't run their own business, they get careless about marketing, them seeing your face, reading your name, knowing you exist gives you an advantage. So we relate that to your e-commerce brand. You posting something clever, witty, related to what's happening throughout the year, for Valentine's Day, for the Super Bowl, for St. Patrick's Day, for spring break, for a current event happened, the election, the Olympics, the World Cup final, like whatever the event is that's happening that day, guys. Every day of the year, something is happening. Go read the news, follow BuzzFeed, like strategically figure out the content trends and then plan and create content so it's ready to roll when those trends happen. You're hitting the peak of it. You will dramatically increase your brand awareness. And whether or not people could care less to buy your dog bandanas or not, that doesn't matter. They know you exist. So the next time they see you, they'll remember. They might not remember all the details, but subconsciously our human brains are very smart and they know this is not the first time I've seen these people. This is not the first time I've seen this brand. Guys, you never know when someone may buy a dog in the future and end up buying your dog bandanas. You never know when they have a friend who has a dog who may buy your dog bandanas. You never know when they might give a gift to their sister who just got a new dog and they buy your dog bandana. All brand awareness is good brand awareness. Guys, look at the biggest brands in the world. Nike advertises to everyone. Everyone. How do they do that? They run a TV commercial with LeBron James and it shows everywhere. Everywhere. Everybody sees it. They put a huge billboard poster thing in Times Square. Is Times Square only full of athletes? No, it's full of random people. There's people, millions of people who could care less about playing sports. So why would Nike bother to spend all that money to put a huge freaking billboard in Times Square if, you know, all the critics are going to be like, that's not your target customer. Like, how come you're not running Facebook ads only targeting athletes? You're wasting money on that billboard. Because Nike's not dumb. They know that all awareness is good awareness. All awareness is good awareness. It's the whole concept of being omnipresent. Guys, if your brand is everywhere, everyone will know your name, whether or not they want to buy dog bandanas or not. So ride those trends. Number 2, build an engaged community. This is getting harder and harder, and you have to be better and better. This, guys, takes diligence. This takes diligence to build an engaged community. You have to really, really think. Let's talk about a platform outside of just Instagram and TikTok for a second. The platform I want to talk about is Twitter. I used to be super active on Twitter. I was posting a bunch on Twitter manually. I was engaging with other people's tweets. Guys, back in the day when I was doing that, we're talking 2019, 2020, I grew a ton on Twitter. Ton. Sold a bunch of courses, made a bunch of money in the affiliate marketing, online business space. Now, I ended up moving away from Twitter just because I couldn't handle the toxicity of it. It was a grind. Like, it was a lot of work to like be there, engaging with people, manually tweeting. Again, at the end of the day, it's just like, it was kind of a toxic environment. Twitter is like, what do they call it? Like the water cooler at work. And so I was just like, this is bad for my mental health. So I bounced. But here's the lesson I learned. I bounced being actively, manually, personally present on Twitter. Now I still like posted stuff on Twitter for a while. I had a scheduler. I used a software called Hype Fury where I could like type tweets and they'd schedule and they get posted to my Twitter account. I wouldn't have to actually log in and read all the other bull crap on there. And so it's like, oh, cool. I'll just do that. That's easy, right? I can automate 5 to 10 tweets a day. I can do it on a Monday and the whole week I got tweets going out and people are building, I'm building my brand and It doesn't work that way. Do my tweets get read? Do some of them get read? Yeah, a few. Did I get a bunch of likes and comments and retweets? No. Because again, one, humans are smart. Humans know when stuff is automated. They know. So they know when like, oh, Andy wrote this tweet. It's a scheduled tweet. It was an automated tweet. It was a ghost written tweet. Like, people know this, whether it's you or someone else, right? So that's one thing. People can sniff that out. The second thing is the algorithms know. The algorithms know this was not posted by you. The algorithms know you did not type this personally into your phone and hit send. The algorithm knew this came from Hypefury. This came from a scheduler. This was written 3 weeks ago. It's not going to push that out because, again, the algorithm knows that the humans know that it's not real time, real thought. So it's just not going to work as well, which again leads to no growth. Like Twitter account doesn't grow, don't really get any likes, don't really get any sales, don't really get any conversions. So guys, if you truly want to stand out and want to actually grow and, have success on social media, you have to build an engaged community. And honestly, guys, the only way to do that is by personally being present. Human to human interaction. There's all sorts of software tools. Name a software tool, guys. I have used it. I'm not kidding you. You can DM me on Instagram at, hey, Andy, have you ever tried Hootsuite or Later or Sprout Social or ManyChat? I've done it. I've tried it. I've paid for it. I promise you guys. I've been doing this for 8 years. I've tried every automated software scheduler, poster, tweet writer that you can buy. None of them work when it comes to building an engaged community. It has to be human to human. So again, your ambition needs to match your actions. If you're like, hey, I'm super ambitious. I want to grow my brand. I want to build my social media. You better be there. And here's the thing, like you may not love messaging people on Instagram. You may not love responding to every comment. You may not love going and looking through all your followers' stories and commenting on their posts. You may not love doing that. That's okay. Like, I'm not saying you're going to love doing it. If you want the result though, that's what you have to do. Now for your brand, here's a good thing. Like for your e-commerce brand, still human to human interaction matters. We don't do this great. Like I'm not saying we're perfect. Hopefully you guys have gotten that from listening to the podcast for the last few years. Like, do not look at my brand, my e-commerce brand, and think like, oh my gosh, they do everything perfect. Everything Andy says, they do it. Absolutely not. We don't do everything that I preach, but I want you to learn from what we don't do and why we don't get certain results as well, just as much as learning from what we do, get results from. Something that I think that makes a huge difference for your e-commerce brand is having a personal touch. There's some huge brands here out of Utah. I'm in Utah. A lot of you guys already know that. But there's some huge brands coming out of Utah. Just Ingredients. They do supplements, protein powders, healthy stuff like that. Clean Simple Eats, same sort of thing. They're kind of competitors, but they also like our friends. Like it's kind of weird, but also a massive supplement brand here out of Utah. Built Bar started a couple years ago. Tons of funding, really good founders. They're a protein bar out of Utah. Huge growth, massive growth. Now, something that all of these brands have done really well is put their personality behind their social media content. Because you think about like Just Ingredients, it's a supplement brand. So if you like thought about the Instagram page, if it was just a whole bunch of pictures of like bags of protein powder, who gives a crap? Nobody wants to follow that. Like, why would I just want to look at pictures of protein powder on my feed every day? Nobody cares. But that whole brand was actually built off of an influencer. I don't even remember her name. I feel like I should. But she was just a mom who, was very passionate about clean ingredients in food that she ate and food for her kids and snacks and stuff. So she would just post on her Instagram account. She did this for years. Like she'd go to Costco and like hold up something and be like, this ingredient is bad for you. Like, or this snack is really good. Here's the ingredient. They're good. And she just like did that kind of thing for a long time, built up a following, and then launched her own brand, her own products called Just Ingredients. And it's a multiple $1 million brand. But still, they have that. Like behind the brand is a personality. Now, you may not be a huge influencer, but that's okay. Like I see this on a micro scale with a lot of other cool brands here out of Utah. Line Upon Line. It's called Line Upon Line. They do like really nice custom scriptures. So like the Bible, right? They do nice custom scriptures, but there's a girl behind the brand. Like she created the brand, she created the business. And again, like looking at a bunch of pictures of books and stuff on your feed is like, but she like she's showing her face a lot. So she's like talking in her Instagram stories like, hey guys, da, 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 da. And so like you feel this sense of belonging, the sense of community with her when you follow the brand. It's not like, oh, I'm following a brand of fancy scriptures. I'm following a brand and she is there. Like I feel connected to her. She's telling personal stories. She's telling funny experiences, that kind of thing. Don't be afraid to like get out there, put yourself out there, be a personality behind your brand and don't just be like some physical product. Doing that, putting yourself out there, telling the behind the scenes, showing your story, engaging your community. And when I say engaging your community, like encourage community interaction. Encourage your community to tag you, to share your products, to post about it. reshare stuff. If someone tags you, reshare it on your feed, reshare it in your stories, talk about it. Say, oh my gosh, thank you so much, Jasmine, for sending us a picture of your dog. So cute. I'm actually going to DM you a discount code because I love the picture so much. Boom, post on your story. Do that every day. Do it 5 times a day. Do it 10 times a day. Post on your feed. Like, comment when you see someone post, comment. When someone posts a picture of their dog, like I'm just using Remy and Rue. Someone posts a picture of their dog not wearing a bandana and you see it on Instagram somewhere, comment. Oh my gosh, your dog is so cute. We have this pink bandana that will look gorgeous on her. Let me know if I can DM you and we can get one sent your way. Like just doing stuff like this, guys, daily, consistently, that's how you're going to build an engaged community. Just like posting or scheduling posts, like, oh, schedule my post to go out every 3 days, once every other day on my Instagram account, and then just like never open the app. Nothing's going to come from that. Nothing will happen. You have to actually engage people and be an actual community. Mastering social commerce. Social media now, guys, in 2024, right? Because we're talking about, okay, what are strategies for 2024? Social media, guys, in 2024, all these platforms are moving to shoppable commerce. Shoppable social commerce. That's what I guess I meant to say. You're seeing this on a lot of the social media apps. TikTok, that's a big one, right? Where you can shop within the social media platform. We saw this on Instagram with Instagram Shop. You'll see it more and more, guys. With all the platforms, they're trying to make it a seamless integration because think about it. Again, a lot of problems and like strategy and stuff can be solved by just like stepping back and thinking from the perspective of the platform. What is the goal of the social media platform? Instagram. The goal of Instagram is to get people to open the app and sit there and scroll as long as they possibly can. That is their goal. They do not want people opening the app and leaving and going and opening another app on their phone. Why? Because Instagram makes money when you watch ads on your Instagram feed. That's how Instagram gets paid, right? Advertisers. So if you only watch one ad and then you like click something and like go to another Google Chrome or YouTube app or a different app, then Instagram just lost you. And now they're losing eyeballs that are watching ads. So it is in all of these platforms' best, most highest interest to keep you there as long as you will possibly stay there. So they understand, like these platforms are not dumb, guys. They understand that a lot of people shop on social media, meaning they're scrolling, they see something like, oh my gosh, a little cool camera thing that goes in my ear and I can like see the earwax in my ear. That's really cool. Click, open the website, go start checking out, buy it, and then, now stop the scroll. And so they're not interested. And so then they just put their phone down and, walk away. So that action of them going or off of Instagram to make a purchase and then they end up closing their phone. The Instagram sees that as like, this is no bueno. So what are they doing? They're making it so that you can shop within the app. So you don't have to open the website, open Amazon. They want people to just, TikTok video. Oh, whoa, what's that cool thing? Oh, click here to buy. Click. Oh, it's opening this little pop-up in TikTok. Oh, all I got to do is like enter in my credit card and then put buy and then boom, the window closes and I'm back on the scroll. They're doing this. They're smart. So leveraging those is going to be a huge thing as well. If all of your strategy is like posting on social media, having them go to Amazon, having them go to your website and make purchases and then they never go back, that's just going to hurt your reach. The algorithm is going to learn very quickly not to show your stuff to people because when you do, they leave the platform and they don't come back. So work on integrating those shoppable social commerce platforms. The fourth thing, leveraging chatbots. This is something that I've been doing recently. And some of you guys have noticed this. I know a lot of you guys follow me on Instagram. I've been using ManyChat. I know I just took a big dump on all of those software tools, but ManyChat is actually a pretty cool one. It doesn't make sense to me personally sit there on Instagram all day and wait for a comment to come in and reply, or wait for a DM and hurry and reply. Doesn't make sense to me. And I don't like doing that. ManyChat is a software tool that automates all that. And this is something that has really helped not only increase engagement, but also increase sales and provide a better experience for my followers. So I've been posting on Instagram lately. You'll see this. You'll see this where I post a reel and I'll say something like, comment this and I'll send you this. Or DM me this word and I'll send you whatever. And it's instant. You go to ManyChat, you set up a sequence that says, okay, if someone comments on this post, send them this. Or if someone DMs me this word, send them this. And so it doesn't matter what time of day. I might not be on my app. I might not be around. But if someone watches an Instagram reel and they're like, oh, dang, that's sweet. I'm interested in Andy's services. DM me MGMT. Instantly, they're going to get my response. It might be a survey. It might be some questions. It might be a form that they can learn more about, whatever my service or whatever I was talking about, in that piece of content. You can do this with your e-commerce brand, guys. You can do this with your e-commerce brand. So you create a post, create a reel. Dog bandanas, for example. Okay, we got a new bandana coming out. It's our new St. Patrick's Day design that's coming out this year, which we actually legitimate are coming out with one. Post a little highlight reel photo, whatever it is, saying new St. Patrick's Day bandana about to launch. It's coming out next week. Comment Patty's Day or whatever the word is, or you don't even have to do a word. The cool thing is you could say comment what your favorite green food is, and we'll send you a 20% off code for launch. So people will comment, my favorite green food is kiwi or grapes or whatever, You're getting a whole bunch of comments. You're auto DMing these people a coupon. So you're incentivizing them. You're saying, leave us a comment and you'll get a reward. Great. So you're training your audience to engage because they're going to get a reward. Kind of like a dog, as terrible as that sounds, but it works. Not only that, but here's a side benefit. And I've seen this with my own content. What do the algorithms want? They want signals of engagement. If you post a piece of content, nobody likes it, nobody comments, nobody saves it, nobody shares it. The algorithm sees that and says, this content sucks. I'm not showing it to anyone else. But if you post a piece of content and it gets a whole bunch of views, a whole bunch of likes, a whole bunch of comments, a whole bunch of DMs, then the algorithm's like, okay, people are liking this content. So what do? They show it to more people. So by using ManyChat, by using, these engagement strategies, you're making your follower happy because 1, you're giving them something, 20% off. Sweet. 2, you're giving it to them instantly. It's not like, oh, comment your favorite color food and I'll DM you a code. And then it's you got to go scrolling through your DMs, figure out who did what, or scroll through the comments, click on their profile, click send a message. You don't got to do all that. And then the customer's not like, oh my gosh, the launch is tomorrow. Am I too late? I just commented, I haven't got my code yet. And now they're pissed. It's instant with ManyChat, the software tool. And then again, you're sending all those signals to your content. And so the algorithm's like, sweet, a lot of people are commenting. Let's show this to more people. Actually, I think I have a code. I'll find it. I'll find a referral code for you guys. I'll put it in the description of this episode. So if you guys want to go check out ManyChat, you can. I'll try to find one. Okay, last one here. I'm losing my voice anyway because I'm still trying to get over my cold. So I got to wrap this up. Listen to your audience through social media. Guys, listening is probably 5 times more important than talking. There's a reason why I'm in this world of online coaching, mentorship, selling courses, right? For my personal brand, I'm in this world. There's a reason why if you're in the world of sales, a lot of people will teach listening is way more important than talking. You should be listening on a sales call 80% of the time and only talking 20% of the time. Using engaging questions, right? Get the client to do the talking. You are there to listen. What are they saying? What's their body language? Assessing the situation through listening. The same thing matters on social media more now than ever before, right? We're talking 2024. Too many people, I'm guilty of this too. We're all guilty of this. Too many of us are guilty, guys, of just wanting to talk on social media. We just want to talk. We just want to what's in it for me? What's in it for me? How do I get more followers? I want more followers. I want more sales. I want more growth. I want more likes. Just me. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? Every time we're creating content, what do I get from this? How can this benefit me? We got to slow down and listen. Listen to our audience. And listening, obviously on social media, it's not I'm on a phone call. It's not a sales call, right? So I'm not okay, let me listen to the client and see what are their concerns. It's more virtual listening through the signals of social media. Listening to your followers on Instagram. What would that kind of look like? You put out a piece of content, you post it. Now let's listen. Let's listen to how the followers react. The followers react with what? Those signals, the likes. How many likes am I getting? Now, I'm not talking about this from the vanity metric of oh, people don't like me. I'm talking about from a business perspective. If you're not getting likes, guys, then your content is not good. We heart stuff that we like. That's why it's called the like button. So if you post something and it's not getting likes, guess what? People don't like it. So they are virtually telling you as you're listening, I don't like this content. If they're not liking it. If they hit the like, they're telling you, I like this content. So listen to those signals. Listen to the comments. You can read a comment, right? And as you read, you're listening in your mind. That's what reading is. Read the comments. Read the DMs. Listen to what's trending, right? Go view other pieces of content that relate, right, to your niche and listen. What are they saying? What are the signals on their posts? What are the comments on their posts? Like, listen to your followers, to your market, not just on your content, but other people's content. Listen to what's happening. What's happening in pop culture? What is trending? What are people talking about? What are people looking for? Listen to feedback. What are the reviews of your product saying? Why are people saying they don't like this? Why are people saying they like this? Listen to your competitors' customers. Listen. The more you listen, the better you're going to actually make what people actually want. And I'm talking like social media content, but also your products themselves. That's the last thing, guys. Listen a lot more than you talk on social media and with, kind of your business and platform. Okay, quick recap here. Social media, content creation, trends, right? Look at what's trending. Think about the calendar of the year. Think about all the dates of the year. There's got to be a trend happening at least every day of the year, 365 days. Number 2, build an engaged community. Guys, all the automated posting tools in the world will never replace human to human interaction. If you truly want an engaged community, you got to show up. You got to be an influencer for your brand, or someone does, right? Number 3, mastering shoppable social commerce, right? Leveraging how the algorithms of these different platforms want to engage in e-commerce. If they want to do TikTok shop, set up TikTok shop. If they want to shop directly in Instagram or directly, get that set up and leverage that. Number 4, chatbots. Number 4 was, we talked a lot about ManyChat, right? Encouraging engagement, giving people a reason to comment, a reason to DM you, and then utilizing ManyChat to send them a reward, send them a discount, send them free products, send them whatever, a guide, a training, a video, whatever, right? And encouraging that engagement by using a chatbot, something like ManyChat. And then the one we just talked about, guys, listening. Listen to your audience. Guys, I hope this episode was beneficial. So many strategies, so many things to do, but I promise you guys, if you can implement some of these things, you're going to see some big moves in 2024. It really just comes down, though, guys, to dedication. When we're talking social media strategy, it's all about consistency and dedication. There are no get rich quick social media strategies. I know there's but I'm going to go viral on TikTok. That was a thing. There's still no guarantee, guys. There's no guarantee. So do not make that your strategy of I'm going to go viral on TikTok. If you do, treat it as if you won a huge hand at the craps table or blackjack table, right? But go in there, knowing I may not win big, but if I'm consistent, this is a terrible example. Guys, don't gamble, or please gamble responsibly. I got to change gears there, but it's more like weightlifting. Okay, let's go back to weightlifting. It's more like weightlifting, guys. You got to show up every day. You got to work hard. You got to be consistent. And over time, you're going to see the gains. It's going to be, the social media game is much more like getting in shape. It ain't going to happen in one great workout. Crush that workout. And then you got washboard abs the next morning. It's going to be months of consistency, dedication, hard work to where, you're going to wake up in 6 months and look in the mirror and be like, sweet, I got some abs now. So keep that philosophy in mind, and you just got to commit to the long game, and good things are going to happen. Guys, once again, I'm Andy, listening to Selling on Amazon with Andy Esom. See you in the next episode.